was a little difficult getting adjusted to this webcam. I've never really used it before. But anyway, today I'm going to talk to you about a memorable moment in my life. And boy, I've had quite a few, so it took a while. But I decided to come up with, but I decided to talk or speak about when I went to airborne school. This was shortly after I joined the military back in 1982. I was 19 years old. The training was actually 3 weeks only, but I arrived a few days early. And shortly after we started the training, within the first 2 days, we were made aware that at the end of the course, there would be an award that would be given to the top student. The name of the award is the Iron Mike Award. They told us what they would be looking for in each one of us, and this was going to go on from a week to week basis. Week 1 of airborne training is referred to as ground week, as basically where they're checking you out to make sure that you are in physical, the right physical condition in order to take this type of course on. Second week is tower week. There in Fort Benning, Georgia, there are 250-foot towers that you are dropped from a parachute, but you're hoisted up on a cable and then dropped, just to give you a sense of what it's like to come down on a parachute. And then the third week is the actual jump week, in which you are required to perform 5 satisfactory parachute jumps from an aircraft in order to graduate. So I was excited, I was young, I was pumped, motivated, and not necessarily that I was in the running for the award, but I just went about the course and did what I was supposed to do. And I don't know, I can't remember if they told us or not, but the way they went about doing it that first week, at the end of every week, well, of course, the first 2 weeks is when they made the announcement. And the announcement came over a loudspeaker. We would have like a mass formation. I can't forget the size, I can't remember, the size of the class, but that was probably well over, I'd say maybe 150 to 200 students. And we were each assigned a roster number when we arrived there for the training, and my roster was number 129. Never forget that number. So we finished up ground week, and that Friday, afternoon or evening, prior to being dismissed, the announcements came over the loudspeaker, and then they got to the part where they made the announcements of who were the, I believe it was the 5 students that were in the running after what they had seen during that first week of training. And I'll never forget, standing in formation, they announced my number, roster number 129. So none of us really know each other well enough that we already knew, whose roster number was whose, but I heard it, and it really, there was a sense of accomplishment. To get to the point, my roster number was not called the following week, and I did not receive the award at the end of the training. But in my mind, like I said, a great sense of accomplishment, just having been mentioned for that first week. And I guess I've always kind of looked at that part, that small part in my life, as that I got a piece of that award. That I kind of had a piece of it for 1 week, out of 3 weeks. So that's my memorable speech. I probably forgot to introduce myself, which I should have done. I'll go ahead and use that alibi at this time. I'm Arnoldo Solis Jr., and I'd like to thank you for your time, and I hope this was a good speech. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.